Remembered as a man of service, a national hero, and a fierce patriot, the nation's seventh Bahamian Governor General was laid to rest on Thursday morning during a state funeral that celebrated his long and dedicated service to the Bahamian people. Arthur D. Hanna, affectionately known as AD, died at his home on August 3rd at the age of 93. A state funeral held in his honor brought together a limited number of family, friends, and supporters at Christ Church Cathedral. During the 2-hour service, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis and Opposition Leader Philip Brave Davis challenged Bahamians to pick up the former Cabinet Minister and Deputy Prime Minister's baton.
Our greatest tribute to him is to pick up his baton and to continue the patriotic and civic endeavor of passing on to the next generation a more just, equal, and better country. For those of us who aspire to serve, either for the first time or by way of renewal, the best way to honor the memory of A.D. Hanna is to solemnly commit ourselves to practice in our daily lives as public servants the virtues I have just described, virtues that were found in such great abundance in A.D. Hanna's own life as a public servant of the highest order.
Reverend Canon Crossley Joaquin remembered Hanna as a man of the people. On behalf of a grateful nation, Father Joaquin thanked the government for graciously allowing loved ones the opportunity to say farewell with all the pomp and pageantry due to a national hero, despite the emergency order prohibiting in-church funeral services on your providence. He said while the government made some wrong decisions during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Minnis administration got it right this time. However, he said there is bound to be criticism.
No matter what side of the political, social, or economic divide you may be on, the Honorable A.D. was first and foremost respected and indeed appreciated and loved by so many.
He also appealed to the government to allow other families to have church funerals. He said restrictions like the absence of a body and a limit on the number of people who can attend the service would likely be accepted.
Like ancient man, I ain't asking for much. All I'm appealing for is a church service setting so our people can have some traditional semblance of comfort and closure in their time of grief.
As it relates to Hanna's life, Joaquin says he was a faithful servant of God who worked tirelessly to help his fellow man.
There was no doubt he believed that as a servant, he was called by God and charged by God to begin wiping away the tear from the eye of his people. We who are witnesses to his legacy and the dream are called upon to continue to do the same with the same fervor, tenacity, and resolve.
Hanna's funeral came on the 21st anniversary of the death of former Prime Minister, the late Sir Lyndon Pinling. Hanna and Pinling, along with the other freedom fighters of the 1960s, helped shape the modern Bahamas. For the Guardian News Network, I'm Kyle Joaquin.